They're going to make shots. Kevin Durant and Curry and they're good. So they're going to make it. Our head can't explode that they go one-on-one and they make shots. Like I'm sure that doesn't. James does the same thing, or Chris. So you have to be able to absorb some of their greatness. At the same time, don't make the mental errors that we did, and that would accumulate for 10 to 15 to 20 points. And that's the difference in the game. Not even that many points, but that's the difference. And we just had too many of those. We just got to do a better job.
You had mentioned, Mike, that the other day that you have to have a short memory in these games.
Yeah, what's your name again?
Mike. Thank you, sir.
I forgot.
Mark. Thank you,
Mark,
sir.
okay.
Mark, there you go.
No, I already had a short memory.
So having said that, were y'all not having a short enough memory in game one?
No, we didn't. We went play to play. We got a little rattled with ourselves, and that we can't do that. We got to. Like I said, we got to be able to absorb some body blows and how good they are. We can't let it get us. It got us a little bit, and we got a little, we sagged a little bit with our spirit. That won't happen Wednesday. We're going to have a heck of a good battle on Wednesday.
Are there things that you can shore up offensively that help you defensively?
Yeah. Well, one thing we can shore up is be sure to keep all the noise out. Now we talked about that. There's just too many. And rightly so. I'm not complaining, but we play the way we play, and when we play that way, we're pretty good. And we can't we get a little upset on offense as we did on defense, and defense is what we did on offense. So we have to be able to understand where we have to do this a little bit longer, a little bit better, and up the ante a little bit. And our pace has got to be up a little bit. If we didn't. There are things that we can do, and we will do, and that's why I just expect us to be a lot better on Wednesday.
When you say keep the noise out, what do you mean?
Noise, just everybody. I mean, just from ourselves. I mean, it's like, oh my gosh, ISO, that's all we do. No, it didn't. And that's what we do best. We scored like 60% of the time on it. It's like, no, really? All of a sudden, they don't pass, everybody stand. Really? You watch this for 82 games? That's what we do. We are who we are, and we're pretty good at it, and we can't get off who we are and embrace it. Just be better of who we are, and don't worry about somebody else solves the puzzle a different way. Fine, that's how they solve it. We solve our puzzle this way. We got to play it at our strengths, and we know our strengths, and we just got to do it better.
Mike, with the series going back to Oakland for 3 and 4, where they're obviously so tough. I know it's obvious, but how critical?
Although we're 1 over there, so just let you know.
Yes. But it was a regular season, not the playoffs.
Well, there you go. And we're 0-0
the noise.
now.
There's the
we're
noise.
0-0 now. So speculation has it they're top there. No, I know that. Go ahead.
How critical? I mean, obvious to get this.
Wow. Yeah. It was critical. Last game was really critical. This was really critical. That next one's going to be really critical. It's all the same. We did the same thing against Utah. If you think about it, we eked out game 1, didn't play well. Game 2, they busted us. We go to Utah and go, we're in trouble. Utah's a tough place to play. No, we're not. And we're never going to be in trouble with this team. Now, having said that, it's a critical game. We got to come out. We got to be fired up. The fans got to be fired up, and we got to give them our best shot. And then we'll move on to Sunday, and then whatever result is, it is, and then we'll have to fight that too. But no one told Cleveland that you got to go back to Oakland 2 times and play. And can you win? Yeah, you can. But we just made it a little bit harder. But so be it.
Mike, there were questions afterwards for James about kind of the comfort level of some of the guys on the offensive end. There were people were asking questions about Eric and other players. Do you agree that there were times that they looked a little bit uncomfortable and kind of what you have to do to get the rest of not James and Chris going and feeling good about what they're doing offensively?
Yeah, probably. But, like I said, this is how we play. So we played all year. I don't know why you wouldn't be comfortable. We got some shots up there. It's just we missed. I don't know how many layups we just missed, and they turn them into fast breaks. So just take that away, make the layups, and defend a little bit better. We just got to get into transition. Well, we got to defend better. A lot of things of that sort, and we're getting up the ante. But like I said, we're not. How do we get them comfortable? We can put some blankets out there or something. I don't know, but it's not. It's not happening. And you know what? Play through it. So be it. This comes down to a dogfight. It doesn't come down to feeling comfortable. Everybody should feel uncomfortable, and your hair should be on fire, and you should be playing and spitting blood out there. This is serious. This is hard stuff to overcome one of the better teams ever in the history of the NBA.
Mike,
they got to embrace the situation.
What is it that makes you think that any of your players might have actually been listening to the noise about the style of play?
No, not just human nature. I mean, we have them for 10 minutes, and you guys got them for 24 hours. So if they're human, they've heard something, and it's got to make sure they don't.
Mike, James had he played 35 minutes. Chris played 38. I know James had a bit of an injury stare in there in the first quarter or something like that. How much was that based off fatigue, and would you like to build that out a little bit?
I mean, I think Chris is about the limit, but we can up James a little bit. But I want to make sure, we were down 4 at the start of the fourth quarter. You bring him in right there, then he's got to go the whole quarter. And I'm thinking in my mind, and I'll adjust, but he's got to finish the game off, and it's going to come down to a lot of him. So I want him to have some legs, and then it got up to 7 or 8 before I could get him back in there. Okay, well, that won't happen again, and he can go a little bit more.
You're not worried at all about the ISO ball wearing him down, both ways.
I don't think so. I mean, that was our best thing we had. I don't know why it's bad. If we were turning over, we had a couple. And then I told him, I mean, perception is not reality. Reality are numbers. Numbers are, that's good. Numbers are, we had a couple 24-second violations, and everybody goes, oh, yeah, they go crazy, and our guys do sometimes. We can't do that. We can't do that. Yeah, it's going to happen. We're not going to be perfect. But the numbers show that that's pretty good. Now, having said that, that's what is the worst that we can do, that good thing. We got to get into transition. We got to get, Trevor those guys shots. We got to get the ball moved up a little bit quicker. We can do that. We control that.
Where are you on the backup center options? Playing both
I
still?
We'll just see. I got about 4 or 5 guys there that we can go to, and I got to figure out which one's working. And I don't know.
You went with Ryan first and then in the second. What made you want to make the switch, or was that predetermined?
Well, just looking at it's a battle out there. Just gut feeling.
Mike, you said that's the way you guys play, and that's what you've had success doing. When did you personally kind of settle into that as this is the route that this team is going to take offensively?
Well, I watch them every day. You watch them, and what's the best way that we can play this team with this talent? This is the best way. We win 65 games, and there was nothing to disprove it all year. So why wouldn't we play this way? And I think this is the best. James is one of the best, if not the best ever, one-on-one player. So give them credit in the sense of they're switching every day. We can run 1,000 plays. The other day, James looks up, there's Looney right in front of him because they switched everything. Well, that's, then we're going to take advantage of that. And we have to. If we can't, then they've imposed their will better than we can impose ours.
Did you notice it? Was that just like training camp when you see this? It's like this?
Oh, yeah. Well, having James last year, you saw a bunch of it. This year we added Chris, and so it takes a little bit of pressure off. But, this is what we do, man. We got great defenders that are spot-up shooters. We don't have guys that can come off flat off picks and shoot. So we're not going to do that. I mean, that wouldn't make sense to play to our weaknesses. But we have a lot of strengths that we need to play to them, keep playing to them, and do it better.